Hi guys, it's TechBoy here with another video. This video is talking about the top 10 objectives that Nintendo needs to do in 2014. These are the things that I personally want to see Nintendo do in 2014 if they want to increase their sales for the Wii U and also increase their profit and all that and get a lot more people using systems. I have a slight focus on the 3DS as well, but it's mainly on the Wii U. So let's get started. At number 10, we have accomplishments for Wii U and 3DS. Accomplishments is on the 3DS, but it could be more extended version of it towards games, not just Spot Pass. For all the reasons, achievements is on the Xbox One and trophies on the PS4. It's exactly what they need to do with accomplishments for the Wii U. They could call it accomplishments to be unique compared to Microsoft and Sony, because you can see what you have completed, provide more of an incentive for people to continue to play the games, and if you reach a certain level in achievements for a game, provide credit for unlockable content that could be useful or harmless towards the game. So it could be like trailers for future games or something, just some little extra thing that's not really that big of an impact, but just enough of an incentive for you to complete the game in order to unlock it. Number 9 is by Sega, because if you do that, it will make the games exclusive to Nintendo systems. So if people want to get their fix of Sonic on the 3DS or the Wii U, you need to buy them outright. So future games from Sega don't go to the PS4, the PS3, Xbox 360, PS Vita, in the Xbox One. They'll be stuck to the Wii U and the 3DS, because by doing that it will increase your sales and people will buy the system if they want their fix of Sonic. At number 8, we have a game that no one saw coming, Zelda Wii U. We know it exists, but we don't know physically what is in the game itself yet. Star Fox Wii U, Diddy Kong Racing U, Donkey Kong 64 HD remake. I personally really want to see that. Zelda Majora's Mask HD, all for the 3DS as a remake. Wii Fit U Plus, Super Mario Galaxy Universe, which is really Super Mario Galaxy 3, you could say. I just think Universe, because if they put it on the Wii U and don't call it Universe, that will be a missed opportunity. Wii Play U, Mario Golf World Tour U, like the 3DS, Mario Tennis U, like the 3DS, and any other HD remakes. Just some thoughts I put out there, but if they announce a game that we did not see coming, for all I could know, it could be a game that's not even in this list. But if it catches us off guard, we will be going, yay! We'll go and buy the system, even though I already have the system. Number 7 is unified accounts. Specifically, what I'm saying is they should allow the ability to re-download games on the Wii, Wii U, and 3DS, where compatible versions of the game are available. So you don't need to have a system transferred from your Wii to the Wii U if you want to transfer all of your virtual console games and all that, because if you use the system transfer from the Wii to the Wii U, you've got to move all your save game data and all your downloaded stuff across, which basically makes your original Wii blank, which means people are probably not going to use the system. That's why I have not personally done that. But enable restriction on the number of devices you can have for one account, like it is for Apple IDs for iTunes. I think the limit's about 5 or so for an Apple ID for iTunes on PCs and Macs, but you could enable it so you can only have one Wii U, one 3DS, one Wii, and one of every different home and handheld system that you launch in the future tied to one account, which you use for the eShops and all of that. At number 6, a new IP from Nintendo. I just want to see something new, fresh and innovative, and when I say IP I mean a new franchise, and it would make Nintendo stand out as a company that is not on the verge of collapsing, because everyone thinks that Nintendo's not doing that well because they're just releasing the same stuff over and over again. But if you release a new IP, it will be something fresh, and if everyone likes it, they'll go and buy the system. For example, Nintendogs, when that came out on the DS, I'm sure that was a significant impact on the sales. Shigeru Miyamoto also recently announced in 2013 that he is creating a new IP, but we have no idea what it will be, but hopefully it's a good one. Number 5 is hold an E3 press conference. That was one of the biggest areas that Nintendo slacked off on in 2013. Yes, the games were great, but not how it was announced. It was just plain, simple, if I have to put it, boring. What I expect from the E3 2014 press conference is have a demo or two on stage, even if they're just simple demos. It will be more than satisfactory, so you know that there's a physical game. It could just be a demo of one of the games that's on the show floor. Hey, at least it's a demo and not just playing back trailers and all that, which you can watch any time. Provide more footage for everyone at home to look at, and for the media. Stream the event live worldwide, which should work really well because the Nintendo Direct live streams, when I watch them, are very smooth, and despite it being a live coverage, the Nintendo Directs are just played back. They're just a pre-recorded video that's played back. It should be easy to have just a smoother image for a live stream, like they have in previous years. Zelda Wii U, not to be confused with Zelda Wind Waker HD, needs to be announced, or they need to release at least a screenshot or two to get people hyped about it, even if the game doesn't come out until 2015. Number 4 is Wii Sports Club. Yes, you're probably thinking, the game's already out, why have you got this in the list? The reason I'm putting it at number 4 is you should bundle the game of Wii Sports Club in the deluxe bundle via a download code for the full game for life, or at least offer the ability for people to purchase the game in full at a slight discount. So if you bought tennis, baseball, bowling and golf, you should get boxing for free as an incentive to purchase as many of the sports as you can and get the last one for free, just as a little incentive. And you could always bundle the entire game with the Wii U Deluxe version itself to have it as an incentive to buy the console, because did or did not the Wii Sports original game sell the Wii originally? I mean, for goodness sakes, there were people in nursing homes and all that, all the elderly people were using it for tennis and all that. That was one of the biggest selling points for the system. Number 3 is another price drop. At launch, the Wii U 8GB basic bundle started at US $300, all prices are US by the way, and 32GB deluxe bundle started at $350. Since launch, there has been a price drop of $50 US for each, but that price drop did not come to Australia, and they're just for the bundles that were announced during the launch time frame, not ones that bundled with extra games like the image in the bottom right hand corner for Zelda Wind Waker HD. So what they need to do is 3 things. Number 1, the price drop needs to come to Australia. Number 2, if there needs to be an additional price drop, so if it doesn't sell well over the Christmas period, there should be another price drop of around $20 to $30 US, I think would be an appropriate amount considering that they're selling the consoles for a loss at the moment and they get their profit back when you purchase the games. That is for the deluxe bundles that were announced at launch. And see, it will entice those hardcore gamers to get a Wii U as a secondary console for this generation if they want the odd game or two like Mario Kart 8, Super Mario 3D World. Especially if they've gone out and get an Xbox One or a PS4, they'll just get a basic Wii U so they can purchase the game from the shop. They won't care so much about the downloadable content stuff, I personally think. But then again, I'm not in that boat. Number 2 is solid game build-up and launch. You need to, Nintendo, release solid trailers and promote the game as much as possible. You remember that Super Mario 3D World E3 trailer? That was a flop. But the trailer that was launched about a month before the game came out was a huge success because it showed how Super Mario 3D World is more unique compared to Super Mario 3D Land. Even if you need to have Nintendo pop-up stores in shopping centres, it will work. I personally went to a couple of them when the original Wii came out, so I played with Wii Sports, especially baseball and tennis from memory, and Zelda Twilight Princess, and just playing those, I was sold on the system, and then I eventually got the console, the original Wii, that is. If you get the public to physically play with the console and even create tournaments based around games that are really popular and well known for people to participate in, for example Mario Kart 8 when that comes out, it will be a huge success, without a doubt. Because I went to one when they did it for Mario Kart DS, not to be confused with Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, and that was a huge success. And before we get to number 1, here are some minor additions I want to see added to the Wii U based on hardware that has already been released. The ability to purchase a larger battery for the gamepad since it only lasts 3 to 5 hours. Ability to play MP3 and MP4 files off USB drives so you don't have to reformat it. So they can give you the option to reformat the hard drives that you want to store the downloadable content for the Wii U on, and not for the ones that you want to play media files off. Ability to play music and CDs and DVDs on TV and or gamepad. Make it slightly faster, but it's great since launch. Put in more free software and bring back applications that were on the Wii that were unique, or ability for third parties to make apps. So like Yahoo could do a weather one, you could make an email one, a photos one like you had on the original Wii, a multimedia app to work with the USB drives, and a Facebook and Twitter integration app so you can view all the latest posts and tweets and so on. And finally, number 1 is market the console substantially better. Let me just put this lightly, Nintendo. You suck at marketing. If Nintendo does not do well after Christmas sales, someone needs to be fired. Maybe Satoru Iwata. Let me provide some hints on how you could market the console better. Give up on marketing the core market, because they're just going to get an Xbox One or a PS4, but they could potentially get a Wii U as a secondary console if they like what they see. But provide more warning for Nintendo Directs so the message has longer to get out that Nintendo Directs exist. Explain in your ads that the console has a new unit that connects to the TV. Because I think that's the thing that struggles most, because you need to show it on TV ads without the Wii U gamepad in sight, on the screen at all. Then they will get the message that it's an entirely new thing, not just an add-on to the original Wii with the tablet called the Wii U. Run more TV ads all year round based on the latest games. And you need to release new bundles worldwide and promote them well. So in each of the new games announced, specifically focus on what makes the games more unique compared to the previous versions. And have interactive demos in shopping centres in as many countries as you can, because that will get them to understand the system even more. So before I wrap this up, everyone's probably going to be asking the question, should I get a Wii U? In terms of you, the audience. Well, here's 3 questions for you. Does it have the games that you want to play? Do you own an Xbox One or PS4? And do you know others that own the Wii U? If you answered yes, no, yes to each of those questions respectively, I would recommend the console without a single doubt. I personally don't know anyone who owns the Wii U yet, because they're all people that will be upgrading to the PS4 and or Xbox One. But that did not influence my decision to get the console itself, because I knew everyone was going to get those consoles because of the games they have on them, whereas I like the games that the Wii U provides, so I went down that route, and the games that they'll potentially release in the future. So that's it, thank you very much for watching. The question for you, the audience, is, if you do not own a Wii U, what does Nintendo need to do to get you to buy it? As simple as that. And if you own one, what do you want Nintendo to release in order for you to recommend the system to others? So you can let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a like, and if you choose to, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you later.